Yeah, welcome back to the show. CEO of event planning organization A1 Multimedia, Alfred Kofi Esihene, has tasked government to regulate the activities of private security companies. The charge, he says, is to instill some discipline in the operations of their work and also create employment for graduates who have been left jobless. He said this to Joy News on the sidelines of the launch of the first Security Performance Awards here in Ghana.
When you look at the private security, the challenges is that the government is crying out about unemployment. The security sector have a whole lot of opportunities, job opportunities. But when let me just bring this. When you go to US or Europe or wherever, you see even doctors, after their work within the day, they go back to security as a private sort of something. But here people look down on security. They believe it's a watchman's work and our graduates don't want to get into it. But I believe there are a whole lot in security that our graduates who are sitting at home could patronize and then they could get themselves employed. Yeah, because when it gets to security, we have accounting departments, we have a whole lot. And why you, being a graduate, sitting at home saying security is a watchman's dog? But I believe all this is happening because discipline has not been instilled in the private sector, the security sector. That is one of the, and why is it so? They need to be recognized. One, we need to have a database where all the security guards will have their names registered. They will have to undergo training, a proper training, that's what I mean. And then after that, they will be licensed and they will have the certification. And with that, if any security abuses, whatever, you are able to track. So I believe if the government can come in, place its feet down, because during the elections, if you might know, or maybe if you will recall, all the politicians were looking up to security. If proper security was in place, I don't think this vigilante and all these things that we're talking about will be here. So since they are in power, I believe it is high time they place their feet down and then make sure there is discipline instilled in the private security.
The awards, the first to be held in Africa, will take place in January 2018. 7 other countries have benefited from this recognition. Founder and director of the Outstanding Security Performance Awards program, Professor Martin Gill, whom we spoke to yesterday here on the show, explains further.
Every country, there are some very good people doing some very good job. And the question is, how can we go about identifying those and recognising them? And the importance of recognising outstanding people is that others know what they have to follow. We're able to showcase the difference between those who are merely good and those who are outstanding.
So how exactly would the awards be like? Are you going to give out packages to the security agencies or to the personnel?
Oh no, it varies. There are different types of awards. So there are some that are based on individuals, there are some that are based on teams, and there are some that are based on organisations, some that are based on partnership.
So can you let us in on the criteria you'll be using for the selection?
Yes, but the criteria differs on the type of award. So in June next month we'll be announcing the judges, the categories and the criteria.
What exactly will you be giving out?
What winners get all over the world are really 2 things. One, they get a trophy, and the only way you can win that trophy, the only way you can get it is by winning. There's no other route. You can't buy it. You have to win it. And the second thing is prestige around the world, not just Ghana, for having won an OSPA. So they're the 2 things you get for it.
Will there be expectations, some form of monitoring after the awards to ensure that what you saw prior to the awards still continues?
Well, it's a good question, but it lasts 1 year, so you keep the award forever.
The La Divisional Police Command is appealing to the general public to assist in arresting a 30-year-old man for allegedly killing his ex-wife. Rex Kano, a Togolese national, murdered Christiana Enim, a mother of 3, at a residence for threatening to break up the relationship with him. Speaking to Joy News, the divisional commander, ACP Odru Amening, said report of a woman being butchered by the husband on Thursday led them to the scene of the incident. He's cautioning women to dissociate themselves from abusive relationships.
Yesterday we were here in the afternoon when one Monsieur Kain from the Lagay school to come and complain to us at the church office that there have been some incident in their house. Actually, he didn't tell us the person is dead, but he only made a complaint of sort. So we followed up to the house and we found out that there was blood all over the place in the room. So we asked them, where is the victim? And they told us she has been taken to La General Hospital. So police immediately followed to the General Hospital. But lo and behold, when we got there, La General Hospital, a lady, young lady about 29 years of age, was found on a stretcher being pushed and blood all over. So when we went to her, she was already dead. That she died when they were transporting her to the hospital. And we asked who did that, and they said it was a man that she's living with, who did that, by name Rex Kano, and a labourer at the Kolebu Cardio Center, and he's coming from Togo. He's a Togolese apparently, and he's been living with the lady for about, they've given birth to 3 children, so it's been a long time they stay together. We are now preparing our document. We have to go to court and other things. After that, we send our report and then we begin investigation, because the culprit has run away. So it's up to the family to tell us the possible places he's been going, so that we follow up to those places and see. And we're going to publish him. We are looking for his photograph so that we can publish him for the general public to be aware, so that in case anybody sees him anywhere, he will inform the police. We should be careful. We should be careful with people that we associate ourselves with, people that we go out with, most especially the women. We should be careful, and the family members also should be on the lookout when their daughters, let's take it, their children are moving with a certain group of people. They should put their eyes on the ground so that they will see if there is something going on which will not help. They quickly draw their children's attention and then see how best they will do to help them, so that they will not fall like how this lady is being butchered.
And the distraught family of the murdered woman is calling on the police to arrest the prime suspect, her husband, to face the law. We'll bring you another story of police brutality which was recorded earlier this morning.